Hello everyone. Let's consider this question on the board. Now we are given what? 3 titration x and x titration 2 is equals to 27. We are asked to look for what? Find x to the power of x. Now, let me explain this. Titration. No, titration simply means when a number is raised to the power of itself severally. When a number is raised to the power of itself severally. So you're not wrong if you decide to write this as find what? Find x titration what? 2. Because titration simply means when a number is raised to the power of itself severally. So x titration 2 is something as x to the power of x. Beautiful. Okay. Now, how are we going to do this? We have to put this in index form, because if you write this as what? 3 titration x and x titration 2 is equals to, and now put 27 index form as 3 to the power of 3. And you see, since here is the base and here is the base, and equal the power, my brother, my sister, you are what? Wrong. Why? Because this is in titration form and this is in logarithm form. So what do you have to do? What you have to do is to put them in what? Titration form. And don't forget, I said earlier that titration simply means when a number is raised to the power of itself severally. Okay? Now, 27 is equals to 3 to the power of 3. Now, when a number is raised to the power of itself severally, you can also put it as what? 3 titration 2. 3 titration 2 is 3 to the power of 3, which is 27. So we can remove this for you because this is wrong, and put what? And put 3 titration what? 2. 3 titration 2 simply means 27. By definition of titration, the titration simply means when a number is raised to the power of itself severally. Okay? Thank you. Now, at this point, since the bases are the same, we can equate the power. We can equate the titration, the super index. This is not exponent. It's called what? Super what? Index. Now you can ignore this and work with what? X titration 2 is equals to what? 2. Remember that x titration 2 is 2. So that means we are asked to find x. Find what? X titration 2. And don't forget that the index form, that s to the power of s simply means s titration 2. So this s to the power of what? S is what? In what? In exponential form. Exponential what form? Why? S titration 2 is in what? In titration form. Okay. Now you can already gotten our answer here. You can see that means x titration what? 2 is equals to 2. You are done because you are asked to find s to the power of x. So s titration 2 is just 2. So you can say therefore x to the power of x is equals to what? 2. But you are not wrong. If you find the value of x, okay, but if you find the value of s, you are solving for this, because if you find the value of, that means we are looking for the value of s that satisfy this to give us 27. But since you are asked to find x to what? X to the power of what? X, which is x titration 2. So that means s to the power of x, which is also equal as s titration 2 is equals to what? 2. And this is a beautiful solution to this particular problem. Can you see how simple and interesting it is? Now I want you to understand this. Take this down. That titration simply means when a number is raised to the power of itself severally. That is titration. Okay? So this is the beautiful solution. Maybe we thought that this question is so dangerous, it's so difficult. No, just understand this. That titration simply means when a number is raised to the power of itself severally. When you understood this, you will know that titration is as simple as A, B, C, D. Thank you so much for watching. Please, if you find it very interesting, don't hesitate. If you were to like, comment, and share with your loved ones or others who learn. Please, if you're not subscribed, consider to subscribe so anytime I upload an exciting video, you'll be notified. So thank you so much, and God bless you. Bye.